Hey friends, this is Martin from Secrets, the channel for learning about trading and investing. Welcome to Markets Tomorrow, the daily stock market analysis show where we look at what happened in the market from the technical angle and try to learn something from it and plan for a better trade for the next day. So we had a market that hit the resistance. It was an expiry, weekly expiry today. And are we going to continue the bounce or are we going to move down back to where we were? Let's try to understand these things from the charts. And here we have the action that happened today. This is what a gap up Nifty and Banknifty also. It is a gap up, and see the wick size on the top. This is almost like an inverted hammer. Inverted hammer on the top of the rally would mean a reversal of the trend. That way we can see that probably this is a reversal of the trend. Indication, probability only we are talking about, not correct. But there is an overall gain that happened today. It's 0.33% of gain, 57 points. So that gain is kind of a flat moves considering the 200 300 kind of moves that is happening in the recent times, up and down. So even the Banknifty also, it's 173 points only that gain. That's less than 0.5%. So that was also more or less a flattish move. And since it's an expiry, we don't know whether this moves are purely based on the expiry play that we ended up with this expiry days and the market respond not on the global cues. So it is a gap up that happened today. Breached resistance on the upside, the gap resistance on both indices. That was breached and closed, and then it faced the selling pressure at this 39,600 levels on Nifty and 17,450 nearby levels on the Nifty. Right, that was on the Banknifty that was pocketly. So that's it. So there is also a change in polarity on the downside that can happen where the support would act as resistance now. So this entire zone is a support zone. It can happen in Banknifty also. This whole zone is a support zone that it was, and that is now acting as a resistance, and then it can bounce down, it can fall down, it can crash down. That's a possibility that we cannot rule out on the daily charts. That's there in both indices. So that's a nutshell. So what kind of day for tomorrow? What we can anticipate? Let's study. October 7th, Friday. Fridays are profit booking days, and you have to be cautious on that. And market cues are not that great, although there is a green that is seen in the US market. So basically today it gapped up, took out a gap resistance, fell into the selling pressure and managed to just close with a flattish less than 0.5% of up move that happened in the Nifty. Same thing. But it closed above the 20D EMA, exponential moving average. So this is a 20, this is a 50, this is a 100, this is the 200. These are all exponential daily moving averages, and that way if you look at it, it has conquered all the moving averages on Nifty and the Banknifty. But DMA, daily moving average, it is not closed. It is closed above that. It is closed below that. That is 20-day moving average, not 20-day exponential moving average. So that's what we have mentioned. So there is a CIP bounce on downside properties there. It is still in the weekly trend line. It's still below, right? Inside, does not close that. Just to get a weekly view. Week is ending tomorrow only. So most likely, 100% it is going to close, right? 99%, let's say, it will close below this resistance level, right? So unless that level is conquered and then green close happens above that, it's still either bearish or the sideways, right? So we are still inside, and Banknifty also, we are still inside that trend line resistance on the top, which is where we hit the resistance multiple times. So that's a short summary. Price action, nothing great, although we gained. It was kind of flat, right? Intraday price action, if you see, it was very interesting. It was a gap up, right? Just like yesterday, it was a big gap up and then range bound. Today also a small gap up and then range bound. But after 230 on expiry day, it just gave some more from that range of 300 points and 100 points in Nifty and Banknifty respectively. This is what the intraday price action will happen. So some weakness and some selling pressure is evident, is what the price action is saying, but it has gained and closed above the 20 DEMA. And there is trouble with this pattern thing, and then the downside possibility of a change in polarity bounce. Right, so price action is not that great. Right, the only positive in the price action is that we gained and closed above the day 20 EMA. Right, we took out the resistance that is there. That's all. So support resistance level 17,500 is the resistance from previous high. 17,726 is the resistance previous high. Downside 17,287 would be a support downside, and 17,161 support downside previous low. Banknifty 39,759 is the resistance gap on the upside. 40,000 and 40,528 is the resistance, which is a rounding number in the previous high on the upside. 39,177 support gap and 37,950 support gap downside. We'll just quickly show that this is the gap up has happened, so that's axis is support now, support 1, support 2, support 3. So 1 and 2, so it's 17,160, 7,200, whether it holds or not is what we have to see. Upside similarly, are we able to close the 17,500, which is the previous swing low. Market has taken support multiple times of that. If that is clear, then next one is 1728. So that's resistance support levels on the Nifty. Similarly, same as the downside. We have a gap support, and then all the other things remain the same. Swing lows and swing highs are the resistance support zones. The Bollinger Bands, if you see, it's consolidation. Yesterday it's still consolidation, but it's a bearish bias because it has not still crossed the 20 DMA. 20-day moving average, we are not close on the band, at the median of the band. So under that close, we have contraction, but we have the bearish bias. That's the same Nifty and the Banknifty both. And yeah, momentum is rising. It's in the sideways still. Does not climb into the bullish zone set. This time sideways, right? You can see both Nifty and the Banknifty sideways. But the trend has crossed over. That's a beautiful thing that's happening. The trend has crossed over in the bull zones on Nifty and the Banknifty. In the short term, but it is having weak strength. The green, or if the ADX indicator, the green is falling down. So not a very strong crossover, but a crossover did happen, which did not happen yesterday. So trend moment is good. And volatile demand sideways contraction. So this all indicates that we may not, even if we do not rise up, they may not fall. Right? We may be slightly going down a little more, and then consolidating is what this. Three indicators that we studied just now say. So VIX also has cooled up a little bit, but not too much. It's very close to 20, so we have to keep the caution. Today it did cool up 1.3%. We have a long build up that happened today. Short covering and build up is what happened in the Banknifty. Short long build up Nifty. But this latest futures SOI that we are talking about, and there's a new expiry that's happening on the option SOI. From tomorrow for October 13th weekly expiry. The levels may not be that much level because active trading would happen on this strike prices from tomorrow only. So we'll get a clue on how the option riders are doing the play for the next week only from tomorrow. But just for reference, 17,000 and 17,500 is the range of the highest put and call writing. 38,500 and 40,000 is the highest put and call writing on the Banknifty for the October 13th expiry. And these are also near the bullish one, but not bullish yet. 0.82 and 86 if in the Banknifty respectively. Today's price action on the sectoral index except FMCG and pharma. The defensive sectors which are doing good earlier, but now today did not perform. All of those perform 1 to 3% nearly. None of sectors are bearish. All climbed yesterday in the sideways zone, but not in the bull zones yet. Pharma is the only stock which is in the bull zone in the short term momentum perspective. Heavyweights, HDFC Twins did not perform. They went down actually. Both of them have gone down. Otherwise, the market would have climbed much today. So this is where the selling happened today. HDFC Bank and Nifty have performed 2%. That's really good. Two stocks performing very good, and all the sectors. None of the heavyweights are now in this bear zones like it was 2 days back. Now it is all in the sideways zone. Climbed up yesterday. Institutional play affairs continue to be buyer surprisingly for 300 crores in 300 crores. Buying has happened from the Fyers side, which is positive second, third day draw, but day has also selling very less. So it is primarily a retail play that happened today. Crude oil is rising, which is a concern. It has bounced up 14% now. This is something that we have to. That is the only relief that is happening, and seems like it's not interested, so it's going up towards the channel high. So this is a concern for us. Crude is rising and dollar also is rising. We have real problem, right? This is the morning star pattern, which may get confirmed only tomorrow. If this is the case, then there is every chance that it's bullish and it can move up to 100 plus levels, which is worrisome, right? So crude oil rising is a worry. Dollar is already rising and rupee hit a new all-time high of 82.29 today, and right now it's 82. So that's big jump and it's all-time high, weakest of the rupee ever. And dollar index also is spiking about it sideways. Some pullback of nearly very small pullback has happened, which pulled it momentum to sideways, but it is still at very high momentum of 111.3 is what the price right now is the dollar index. So dollar rising and the rupee weakening is a concern, continue to be there. Gold has climbed up and moved nearly 7% and hit the resistance, and today also it's kind of consolidation, flattish moves. SGX is green as of now. Got to see that next day morning. And Dow Jones, as you know, has made a very good weekly move and climbed back from the bull zones to the bear zones. Whether the price is able to close like this week and the next week is able to climb above the previous week candles, this green candles high, and then move at least towards the 32,800 towards the next resistance upside. That would indicate that probably we may have some hope for the market too. But if there's no sustain, if we fall below the 28,400 kind of levels, then we have trouble ahead. That would definitely impact our markets as well. So that's something you have to keep a close watch. But for tomorrow, you don't know the price action as of now seems to be flat. You'll have to stick to the pre-market tomorrow morning. Major events, none of them are seen. There is some PMI data that is coming in. Got to keep close watch on that. Fed speeches are there coming out. So two stock picks is Intellect Design. It's an IT stock and it's a short sell. Actually, it's having a head and shoulder pattern as well as it's a box pattern breakdown that is happening. Momentum is in the bear zones, trend is also in the bull zones in the middle term. So definite good short swing opportunities are there in the Intellect Design. Pilamal has been a candidate from the short side for long and it continues to be there. It's a head and shoulder again, and the breakdown confirmed, and momentum is in bear zones. Trend also has crossed one of the bear zones. So definitely it can give good swing opportunities on the downside. So two stock picks, short side Intellect Design and short Pyramid Enterprises from a stock. That's on the short side, right? So this is for October 7th, Friday, and these stock picks are probably for the swing trades, not just for run trade. Maybe for 2 or 3 days. Now just to wrap up what we had studied from different parameters that we have been talking about, let's conclude something. Today it was consolidating, yesterday also. So it's basically consolidation that happened, although we gained up. So it's a 4-6% of bounce that has now happened, right? One was because of the RBI event, another was because so the primary momentum received from two events, RBI policy out event on last Friday and the US market green that happened this week. So that's, but today what we're seeing is selling pressure. That could be because of expiry, you don't know. We'll come to know that tomorrow, right? But market is weak, selling pressure is there definitely. Today is a flat close that happened. Only good thing is it has taken out the gap resistance that is there, and sideways consolidation is definitely clear from the Bollinger Bands, and that's exactly what is happening, consolidation. Now, is it going to hit the 20-day MA and then make another swing low, or is it going to cross that and then move further up towards the upside is what towards the resistance where it had hit earlier and then come down? Are we going there or are we going to end it here is what the only question that's all, right? So the positive thing is that today the trend close over the FI buying and they're all very much in favor. Momentum also is rising, so that's in favor, but price action indicates there is a sideways or a bearish move that could happen unless and until the swing highs are taken out. That's now beyond the 18,000 kind of levels. So unless and until that happens, they're still either sideways or bearish, right? And bearish bias is there for that Bollinger Bands indication of the sideways movement indicator that we could make a swing high, small swing, and then it can go down to where we have previously gone and then further down also. That's possibilities. The market view for tomorrow remains to be a mild bearishness is what I have, because of the price action that it's hit the 20-day MA and then hit the resistance, and then also the CIP change in priority bounce downside is possible. These two possibilities make me think that it is a mild bearish bias. These markets are in trouble. It has bounced up. Whether it is sustained or not, we don't know. Let it be a close match. So 5.5% of up move has happened. Is that a dead cat bounce or a relief rally, or is it going to sustain? Let it keep a close match. If that does not sustain and we fall back below the 28,400 kind of levels, then we definitely will also have to go along with that, right? So that is something that the world is watching. Rupees hit all-time high today. Again, dollar is rocketing up, and then 82.29 is there is it's going like a rocket. So these are troubles that we have. In addition to that, the crude oil also is shot up because of the OPEC meeting, the output that came the other day. So this dollar and crude both rising, we have trouble. At least one has to come down, right? It's not happening. That's why VIX is very close to 20. It's not gone down to 18, 17, 15, 16, nothing. It's remaining very close to 20 and spikes up to 22 and then come back 20, then again 22. That's what is happening. So uncertainty in the global different uncertainties are still there, right? That prevails, uncertainty prevails. So downside, all we can do is 16,650 and 37,000 on the Banknifty. So the levels that we have to keep watch. If that is breaching, then no swing trades on the upside. Instead, swing trades has to be on the opposite side, short side. And if the VIX is rising up above the 20, instead of it is possible. But that is the best trade to do. And if at all you have to trade it. Trade, cut short your position size and manage your risk. And when the VIX is rising up, right? Always take exposures if it's overnight. Avoid overnight risk by taking naked positions, especially in instruments like options and derivatives, right? That's my views. Mild bearish view is what I have got for October 7th, Friday, tomorrow. If that helps you in some way to frame your market view and trade plan for the next day, consider hitting the like button and share to maximum. I appreciate the help in this regard. Kindly share, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thanks for watching. Happy trading, happy learning. Bye bye.